Happy Halloween, everybody! Happy Halloween! Have a blessed Samhain. How is everybody doing? Is everybody good? And I saw your comment. This is exactly what we're doing today. Ladies, gentlemen, people of all ages and ethnicities and wherever you are in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be looking into Megsy and Harry's reaction. Hello, everybody in chat. Hey, Breda. Hey, Anne, Vicky. Who else we got in chat? Oh, I don't know what it's doing. It's doing something. Let me just get this sorted out. So, Susan, Trudy, Namawebo, Sari, how is everybody doing? Are we all good? Are we all happy? I hope you're all happy. Let me just say, hey, Wendy, Debbie, Lady Margaret, Rosemary. Yay, Kathy. Okay. I think Kathy was from last night. Gail, hello. Hey, Catherine. Yes, happy Halloween, everybody. Today we are basically Anne's question. Well, it's not even a question. Basically what Anne said. We are going to be looking into what is going on in the Monty Shit Show area regarding the news that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, that Andrew, formerly known as Prince, has lost his everything. He's lost everything. Happy Halloween, ML. Happy Halloween, everyone coming in. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, everyone coming into chat. Hey, Waco. Gillian. Happy Halloween. Debs. You lurking girl. Okay. This is this is something the king, nobody knew the king could do. And I think the king's just basically found out he can do it. So he's doing it. They figured out a way. So this sets a standard that Harry and Megsy should be very interested in. I think it's very telling what the king has done. He has the king William and William. I know everyone would be like, "What's the king?" But yeah, I really think it's very telling what's went on, because not only was the statement very focused, the last passage, on the victims of trafficking, shall we say, but also I think that gave us a hint. I think there's more coming. I think in my mind, and this is just a thought, this isn't a reading, this is just a thought, okay? In my mind, he's still on the line of succession, Andrew is, right? The line of succession. I feel like the royals are now up to speed on everything. And I feel like something else is coming and you lose the line of succession. I really do think that. Oh no, Gillian. Hi, Dallas, Alice. So I think that's going to happen. I think something like that is going to happen. I also believe that the narrative that Andrew told the world, the Newsnight interview, so that's basically his statement against it all, isn't it? Is what he told the royal family, including Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. That interview has been like fact-checked, like Spare's been fact-checked. You know what I mean? And it was found to be full of problems and inconsistencies. And then so it's not just about Virginia Giuffre. There's so much more to this, and including his links and Fergie going backwards and forwards. And I see there's like a lot of people say, well, why Prince Andrew? I feel like because Prince Andrew was the one who had the most to do with Island Boy. He didn't back off from Island Boy. He was there after he was convicted. They had a party. Fergie took the girls to a party for Island Boy being released in New York, you know? So, I mean, they're signing up. It's weird. How come no one... that's what I feel. I really think that it's... I think Andrew really was the biggest one with regards to how he interacted with Jeffrey thingy, in my opinion, from what I can understand. Hey, Nancy. Oh, thank you, Margie. Thank you, darling. Hey, listen, I've got emails. I need to get. I'm not ignoring everyone. I just haven't got time for my emails at the minute, but I will get back. I will try and get back to everyone. Yeah, that's exactly it, Debs. This opens the door for Harry and Megsy to get in the bin, because there's now a precedent. Now, now. This is what I think. This is what I think. Harry and Megsy, especially Megsy, there's loads of stuff that potentially could come out about Megsy. And if that happens, and people realized how much of a setup this all was with the Hearst people and all of that kind of stuff, because it's getting there, it's pushing along, at least it's out there now, then you know, it'll come. I really believe it'll come. Okay, so should we start with Dumb Prince number 2? Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's godson, Prince Harry. Should we start with him? We shall start with him. We're going to see how he's getting on, what he is thinking of all of this. He said in a recent podcast, that podcast with the comedian no one had ever heard of. Well, I hadn't heard of them. He said in a recent podcast that he was not unbothered about he could become an American citizen. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Have you seen it pop up? Let me go up. Thank you, Karen, darling. They should be very afraid, Sandy. They really should. Okay. Something is coming. Something is a brewing. Let's have a look at the cards. Harry, what do you think about your godfather being... Thank you, Anne, darling. What do you think about your godfather losing his titles and its impact on you? Okay, so the Knight of Cups in reverse. I think somebody's a little bit medicated. Oh, he's in his feelings. He's in his feelings with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, this could be directed like Andrew's got Arrested Development and all of this kind of stuff. He could be judging Andrew like that, which is wild because Harry's also got Arrested Development. The Sun is in reverse. He thinks his kids are going to get him out of any problem. He thinks his kids are the blinder. He thinks there's a level of safety there. 6 of Coins in reverse. Something's coming with Charities, though. And the 6 of Swords. He wants to move away from it. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Let me just pull all these cards because this... Oh. Harry. We are going to be getting talk about how there's an element of like, oh, I'm glad I'm away now. Okay, he's glad he's away from the monarchy now. He is going to have problems with another charity. It's coming up. I predicted it the other day, but I feel like there's something else coming with another charity. It might already be out there, but the Andrew news is just like everywhere. You just can't move for the Andrew news. Andrew news. he is feeling unbalanced, he's feeling insecure, and we have the moon surrounding him, and we have the 9 of swords. He is going to weaponize mental health for something very soon, very shortly. There's an unbalance in here. There's a wanting to move there's a wanting to move away for the subject, and we have the moon here surrounding him. And then we have the Ace of Coins. He's worried about money. He's worried about money. And more trouble. Okay. More fighting, more screeching. They are going to jump in onto this story somehow. So that's how he is overall. But let me have a look and see how worried he is. That's the strategy. Let me ask the cards how worried he is. We have got the 5 of Coins. He thinks he's going to get booted out. We have the High Priestess in reverse. He thinks, right? I think the last question was too general. He thinks there's more secrets to be exposed and more secrets to come out. We have got the 8 of Cups. He can't walk away from the situation, and he can't. And then we have got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well underneath. There's money problems coming in. The 7 of Cups is levels of gaslighting. The 7 of Swords. Oh my God. The Queen of Cups is in reverse. There's Diana. The World is in reverse. Right. Let me just plow through this because this is 10 of Coins. Oh, Harry. And woo. So he's confused by the situation. Very confused by the situation. I think they're trying to figure out a way to angle it. The Ace of Pentacles underneath the situation, he's worried about money. And he just wants to kind of move on from it. So there's as a business strategy, it's moving on from it. The High Priestess in reverse, he's worried about more secrets coming out related to Andrew, yeah? The 7 of Swords here, taking something that isn't his, trying to manipulate and kind of like finesse the situation. He's going to try and do something with this. Like he's going to try and make himself to be out. Yeah. The Queen of Cups is in reverse here. The Queen of Cups in reverse is the Diana energy. He's going to say that his mother, like, there's going to be something about his mother and linked to this and say, oh, like, she never liked Andrew or something like that. And I'm so glad I'm my mother's son. Blah, 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 blah. The world is a line. It's an end. And the 10 of Pentacles in reverse is on the outside. And the 5 of Pentacles upright is on the outside. On the outside of the wealth. We have the Strength card in reverse there. Something's coming with Megsy in this whole situation. Eek! Do I think H will have to live in Norfolk? I don't think he'll come back. I think he'll go to, sorry, South Africa people. I think he'll go to Lesotho. You know, I think he would try and go somewhere like that. If the claw ever unleashes him. My God, my God, my goodness. Yeah, I think to be honest, I think the king has reached several points. One, he's realized that he's been lied to, and his late mother has been lied to, and everybody's been lied to, because a lot of the stuff that's come out in the everyone's saying, why now? Well, there's been the drops of Island Boys files, and a lot of stuff comes from that, you know. So actual emails of Fergie and Epstein, actual emails of Andrew and Epstein, you know? Let me have a look at Meghan in this. Let me have a look. Where are you, Meghan? Okay, she's got the Seven of Swords. Oppositional defiance disorder. Guys, they are going to try and twist this in a narrative here. They are really going to try and really turn the knife in. There is a medieval sword thing, or it might even be medieval. I don't know. Listen, I watch a lot of this is a sword, this is a gun, this is a thing with, you know, the other half, right? So, and it's, what it does is if you stab somebody with it, you have to actually twist it to pull out. And it's almost like Meghan and Harry think they have one of those, you know, a real gut churning, horrible sword thing when they've got like a water pistol. Okay. Even though they've got all this huge people who are meant to be in the shadows backing them, and we can see who they are, they still think they're going to try and do some oppositional defiance disorder stuff. We were right to leave the royals, so they're going to take elements of the story and turn themselves into victims. A little bit like Uvalde, a lot like everything they do, to be honest, but there is that element there. Why has no other names come out yet? They have, though. They have. You've got what's his socks? The Microsoft guy. You've got and a rumor. I think he will be next, to be honest. I just have this feeling he will be next, because the cracks have already started to show, because you had his ex-wife, right? His ex-wife saying like his relationship and his behavior with Island Boy was one of the reasons why the divorce happened, you know, one of the many reasons. Bill Gates, that's the dude. And Bill Clinton as well. You know, there's lots of them. You've got the Israeli prime minister. You've got all of those people named but not thingied. The problem is with Prince Andrew, he's turned around and he paid $12 million. He's also done all of this other stuff around the case. He also has more links going backwards and forth. He was more dependent on Epstein than the others. Gates didn't need to be around Epstein all the time. Gates has got money. Andrew didn't. Despite everything, Andrew didn't have that cash. He couldn't fund his wife's lifestyle. His wife needed funding for her lifestyle, and that's what drew them in, and that's what brought the bait in. And that's why he is so much getting in my mind. Thanks, Sari. Happy Halloween, Psycho. Happy Halloween, Iris. Happy Halloween, everyone coming in chat. Have a blessed Samhain. It's I might do a live stream tomorrow night or something. I don't know, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, the Five of Wands crossing over. She's loving the drama, guys. She's loving it, but she's thinking about how to capitalize off it. But she thinks she's got control. What's underneath? Oh, she feels like she is worried though. She's watching it. She's looking, she's doing like a SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats kind of deal. She really is. It's probably a vision board being cooked up right now. So she feels like she has been betrayed. The Three of Wands in reverse. Oh, she's frustrated. She's not as... There's the Four of Swords in reverse. There's the Hierophant in reverse. There's a Prince of Swords. And there's the Queen of Swords. They're going to try, she is, right, her tactics around it, and we're going to look at, I'm going to ask the cards very specifically, is she scared of losing the titles? Thank you so much, Iris. Hello, spirit animal. Right, this is a strategy. So the first load of cards is a strategy, because usually we're looking at the strategies, yeah? That Queen of Swords, we've got Meredith. Here we have got the... One of the things they're going to try and do is say, oh my God, because of Andrew's high-profile incident, right? They are going to try, the Markles are going to try and say that they need more security because of the threat, because of the association, very distant association with Prince Andrew. And that their security's gone up more, and like they've needed to increase security because of this. Okay. The Eight of Swords is entrapment. So everything she does, everything they do around this, around if they come out trying to be whatever they're going to try and do, this kind of oppositional defiant disorder they've got, that whatever they try and do is going to bounce back on them, because they're going to get entrapped by their own words. And then the Queen of Swords is going to come out, which usually indicates to me that it's Megsy's PR people or whatever, that lady, you know, that lady, Queen of Swords in reverse. Let me have a look at... Let me have a look at if she's... What about how she feels about the actual stripping of the titles? Because let's be specific. Okay, Five of Swords. There's some details there. She's checking the facts. She's actually trying to check all the facts. The Seven of Wands in reverse. She's preparing to be on the defensive about it. The Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. And the Lovers underneath. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. If she loses more of her titles, she's more like Princess Diana. This broad is off her charts. Temperance in reverse, bringing in balance. The Emperor in reverse, focusing on the King. The Eight of Wands. And the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands has been coming up a lot again lately. It's been quiet for so long. Bye, Gillian. Yes, they are going to try and scream for security. When it comes to the potential of losing her titles, she's trying to remember how when she got canned by Netflix, she's like, yeah, but it's like a better deal because it's just so free, and you know, and we can make all this kind of creative content, and it's beige, and you know, it's just they're not paying us to do in-house content anymore. We just have to go and like try and sell them the content, and they get first refusal. You were saying bye to Linda. Okay. I was like, bye, Gillian. Will she change her name? So yeah, she's just like, ooh, this is an opportunity to look even more like Princess Diana, and a bigger victim than Princess Diana. Everything she tries to make everything into an opportunity for her and her alone. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Okay. So we can see they're kind of running around a bit like headless chickens. Harry's bothered by it, but they're going to try and say something about security. These people, like, do you know when you see a tree trunk and you see the age of the tree, you can count it? Well, figuratively and hypothetically, before Sugar goes, I can't believe you're cutting Megan in half. If you cut Megan in half, it would just say grifter, 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 grifter. If you look at the Markle DNA under a microscope, it's just a collection of strands saying grifter, grifter, grifter. I'm sorry. Sorry, Julian. Okay. See, the Scorpio King in Scorpio season did the Scorpio thing. See how I said this coming up new moon around Prince Andrew with the book dropping around the 21st? It actually dropped on the 20th by accident, of course. Yeah, whatever. But, yeah. And Andrew started making moves on the 17th because they'll have got advanced copies. So it's all around this kind of new moon energy, yeah. Let's see what the palace, as in the royal machine, is thinking. We'll not delve too much into the king. Really, Janine, they are getting investigated. Yeah, there will be more. There is going to be a lot more stuff with this. It's bad, guys. It's real bad. Yeah, she changed her name to Sussex's. Can you imagine? There'll be Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and there'll be Meghan Mountbatten Windsor, and Harry Mountbatten Windsor. You know, all sharing the same surname. Blimmin' hell. Poor Prince Philip. I don't think that's what he wanted it for. Okay, let's have a look, see how the palace is getting on with this. Okay, police. Oh, law. Legal people, law. The Knight of Swords is there. There is, despite what everybody's saying, now this can be an air sign man, okay? This can be quick acting, brutal energy. But it also can mean police, uniform services, those kind of people, you know? There's something there which potentially could be the police or other uniform services for a start. So somebody's in biggish trouble, I think. Or it's the palace acting swiftly and brutally. The Two of Cups is what they're worried about, is not being one of the things that the palace are very worried about is not being able to read the room. Okay. We have got the Page of Wands there. They recognize that there is an anger in the general population. I must admit, commentators like Lady Victoria Harvey and people who have been out defending Andrew have done a very bad job of defending him, because to be honest, looking in, it was just like, hey, what do you little plebs know? You know, I'm a society girl. I know how this goes down. It's just like most people have you know, it hasn't looked good. It really hasn't. That's never looked good for years. The Knave of Wands, the Page of Wands above it, that's a public anger. We have got some very astute singularity thinking. I feel like the royals are not only moving to protect the future of the monarchy, but they're moving to protect the legacy of Queen Elizabeth. Remember, Queen Elizabeth was an earth sign, a very rare woman indeed, a very decent woman who was being smeared by her son's inability to say no to some money and some booty, basically. Oh God, Tessa Dunlop and all of that lot will be all over it. Yeah. They feel like they've been gaslit. There is going to be further splits with the family. I think this dude is going to lose his line of succession. I think he's going to be out of the line of succession soon. I think that's going to be the last thing that goes. I feel like you're going to see off more fragmented Yorks. Yorks, ex-York, Mountbatten Windsors. Oh, I don't know what to call him. Andrews. Right, okay, you're going to see his family more fragmented. You are going to get rogue Fergies, and the palace are very aware of that. But there is going to be more division within the family and more difficulty. Now, bearing in mind, it's a big family. Okay. There might be some legal challenges. I know. Can you believe this? And there might be some legal challenges around this. But it's not going to work. We have got the King of Swords here. Judge, businessman, but is switched on. Very switched on. Whoever is advising the royals now or helping the king and helping William is immensely switched on. They have got, like, they'll know everything about, like they've done the homework around this King of Swords dude. And they're being patient. They're being very patient. They play the long game. And then we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Jeez, wish that Four of Swords in reverse is haunting us at the moment. It's usually the Five of Swords that follows us around. It's the Four of Swords. Maybe that's just Andrew going to ground. Like we'll never see him again. There might be like a snapshot of him walking around. Allegedly, what was you saying, Spirit Darling? Allegedly, Andrew was under. I don't know about that, you see, because I'm not. People who tend to have gone through something serious, you know, they tend to have empathy for other people that have gone through something serious. It's weird, though, isn't it? Because he doesn't seem to have a lot of empathy for other people, or had. He might have a now, but not back then. The Four of Swords, that's potentially him going to ground. I'm hoping that's not what we sometimes think it is, that there's death coming up in the next year. To be fair, guys, there are quite a few older members of the royal family. You know, you've got the Gloucesters, Kents, you know, there's a lot, you know, it's you know, let's just ignore that. I don't like predicting death. Okay, we're gonna have a look at William in all of this. There's something more coming with him, guys. How's William feeling about all of this? Where we got Five of Wands. There's still some aggro going on. It's not just all settled. There's still some pushback going on. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. Even after everything, even after all of this time, there's still basically, it's just like, oh, Andrew was just some rotten luck that Epstein came forward. It's just some absolutely rotten luck. It's just, yeah. The Queen of Pentacles is above the situation. Catherine, And the Hermit is in reverse under. Shouldn't have sent all those bots after William's wife. Shouldn't have sent all those bots after the beloved Catherine, Princess of Wales. Shouldn't have done that, Markles. Shouldn't have done that. Allegedly, people that, you know who, begins with an H. The Hermit in reverse underneath. He's getting pressure saying, oh, it's just bad luck. All of these situations is just bad luck. And William's kind of, this vibe is like, no, it's your choices, though. You did it. So I do feel like there's still a bit of, there's still a bit of in the background in the palace, right? Like, I think William wants to go further. The Queen of Pentacles there, though, beautiful Catherine, is what's known about the situation. Queen of Wands leaving the situation. Oh, William. And the Ace of Swords is in reverse. Ooh. And we have the Princess of Pentacles. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Four. William's got a big new start, right? And you start with something. And you voice a new kind of level of control in a way. The Ace of Swords in reverse here. There's potentially some legalities, some legal challenges, potentially some mind games aimed at William. So bear in mind that. We have got the Queen of Wands and we have got the Hermit both in reverse here. Now, the Queen of Wands relates to Megatron. Megatron is here. So William was just like, we can get rid of her. We can maybe remove the titles from her. So he's thought about it. But now he's like, aha. Not like Alan Partridge, aha. He is. Oh, Harry. Harry, you're toast. The argument is around the Markles and their titles is all about the invisible children. William is not drinking that Kool-Aid. William is not drinking it at all. He doesn't. He's just like, no, this doesn't wash. The Three of Pentacles surrounding him. He is wanting to break things down and change the way things work. And if it means putting people's noses out of joint for the long-term better future, then he's prepared to do it in his mind. God, he really, like I said last night, yesterday, he really has Prince Philip's brain, but Diana's heart, you know? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. He's worried about navigating the Sadie seas. And the Fool there, upright. Yeah. New start. That new start could well be Smegging. Getting smegged. Yeah, if they do lose it, I think the whole world's going to be set. Yeah, we'll have like street parties. There'll be raves. You know, we'll be everywhere. We'll be absolutely everywhere. Let's have a look here. A look-see here. Let's see how Catherine feels about this whole situation type deal. An all-night, an Aussie all-night live. Can you imagine? It'd be a lot of energy drinks. I'll be wired for sound. Okay, let me have a look at how Catherine's feeling this all went down. And then if you want me to do, we can have a look in how Andrew's doing today, because I know you've got a lot of questions about him. Ooh. Catherine's doing. We have got the Seven of Swords. Oh, she knows something's coming. She knows people shouldn't just take the mick, and people shouldn't just take things that aren't theirs and or information that's not theirs to share. Oh, God, you guys, this goes way deeper than just the surface. I feel like people have been leaking stories from the palace, including Harry and Megxie, including proxies from, but they only leak stories to their benefit with their twist. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my God. We've got the King of Swords crossing over. So this is the massive, powerful advisor. I think Catherine's like chomping on a bit about something, which is cool. We have got the Death card above. That's the King. And we've got the Queen of Swords underneath. That's the Sophie. They all know. They all know something more's coming. I don't think Catherine is disagreeing with anything about this. We have got the Prince of Wands there. So there's been a lot of fire. There's been a lot of anger. There's been a lot of stuff running into this. I feel like they've been lied to, and that, when the King of Wands, when the Knight of Wands, Prince of Wands, it's the Knight of Wands. When the Knight of Wands is in the upright, anger is an energy, and not all anger goes to turn to something into negative. Sometimes it's needing to be transmuted and move stuff forward. And I really feel like that's something there. We have got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Please note the snake on it. Megan, they're going to come for you, my girl. We have the Moon in reverse. There's going to be more stuff that comes out about Andrew. And I think Catherine and Sophie, coming from relatively normal, upper class, very upper class, but very normal kind of perception, understands the public potentially quite well. William does as well. So I feel like they've really read the room. The Moon in reverse. They're expecting more stuff about Andrew because this links to a Piscean. Oh yeah, it's all going to come out. And like I say, Andrew was the one. Andrew's the one, and Fergie are the ones that have the most. They're back and forward on flight logs. There's emails. They continued the relationship after allegations and convictions. They even had, there's a photo taken in the garden of Royal Lodge, and it's at some ball thing or something. And a few weeks before that, he'd been charged, and 10 days after, he was arrested and taken into jail, properly. So he'd already, he was in between getting charged and jailed, and he was at a party with Andrew. The Moon in reverse on a royal property, and the Strength card in reverse as well. Oh, Megxie. Shit, there's something going on. Guys, William and Catherine, if the King don't do it, they will. We have the Princess of Cups, the Page of Cups. Catherine is very protective of her children, and naturally. She's worried about negative effects on them from all of this noise. Because the Walesers, their vibe is, they just want to go in, do what they need to do, support the monarchy, do their thing, do things for the good of people. Shock horror. And they don't want to merch anything. They don't want to do anything like that. They just want to do what they do and, be good people. She's very worried about this effect on her children, all of it, including Harry and Megxie, because you've got to remember, at the end of the day, Harry and Megxie have painted Catherine and the King as racists and all of those things, right? And that will go, you know how cruel kids are in school. And you know how people who want to get at somebody will just pick on something and beat them over the head with it, like most Republicans, not as in the political party in America. I mean, as anti-monarchists in the UK. Bum, 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 bum. And who's this? Prince of Cups in reverse. She knows. The royal family know the Markle's trajectory. They're going to go from Duchess to Instagrammer, basically. And they're going to use the titles to hawk stuff. Personally, I feel like she's completely on board with everything. They want... I feel like she agrees. She wants Andrew gone. Like, it couldn't have happened soon enough. There was some anger there, I must admit. But with the Queen of Wands in reverse, I feel like Megsy is going to try and Megsy is going to misread Catherine and William and think they're at a weak moment. And she's going to do something. They're going to do something and it's going to go... It's going to fall apart. The thing is, right, as well, you've got to remember that how Megsy got into the royal family, it's very similar circumstances as Ghislaine. I mean, in a sense, both had some serious power players behind them. Rick Ganau, Andrew Meyer for Megsy. Soho House, Ron Burkle for Megsy. Hearst Communications, who she's had links to since 2013. Ghislaine Maxwell was part of a media empire. Robert Maxwell's daughter, allegedly, whatever, links to Mossad, you know, in a relationship or seeming relationship with a billionaire who appeared out of nowhere. And he really did. So both of these people weren't background checked and just waved through the palace. Why? Because the prince, the Dumb Prince 1 and Dumb Prince 2 said, or basically felt so entitled that they wouldn't let the security do their jobs. And the royal family basically, said that. Andrew, formerly known as Prince, he even said to Harry in 2017 about Megsy, you don't really know this girl. You should really get her checked. And that is probably 2020 hindsight from Andrew. Think about it. He didn't allow people to check Ghislaine. Think about it. Hello, everybody, come in. Oh, Soho House. Mischief Soho House is just like... Ugh. Den of iniquity, darling. Yeah, Sandy, he did. Is anybody still looking up those holidays? Megsy's travels in 2013 to 2015, out of season of Suits. So it would be out of April to August. I keep banging on about it because it's got to be there somewhere. She leaves breadcrumbs everywhere. Andrew also said about Meghan's age being too old for Harry. I don't think I don't really know about like Bumblebee. Yeah, I mean, but then again, Andrew and age, that's a very definitely Croatia trip. It could be, Iris. It could be. There are, I'll let some of you guys work that out. Do you want me to do? All right. I was going to wrap it up, but I will do Beatrice and Eugenie. These are not, some of these cards are not unexpected. The Markles are at the minute planning how they're going to get themselves out of this and how they can victimize themselves with this and what they can get out of it, basically. What did Dorito say? Don't give away the honey for free for the sugar or the cash. I don't know there's something like that. She said something ridiculous about you don't give away the milk and honey for free away. I don't know. But yeah. Do the girls. Okay. I shall do the girls. Right, we're starting with Eugenie. I've got a little thing with Eugenie. I have to admit, I've had this thought. I don't know if it's going to come out in the cards. We shall see. Eugenie in 2017 started this thing called the Human Trafficking Collective. Yeah. Oh, the Anti-Slavery Collective, I should say, the Anti-Slavery Collective. And it comes under human trafficking. Don't give away the milk for free. Yeah, that's it, Sari. Thank you. And I'm just wondering, I hope she feels passionate about this. I read a little bit about the charity and she'd raised £1 million for it. And I'm like, oh dear, girls, ladies, everyone in chat, everyone, everywhere. I got a horrible feeling. I got a horrible feeling, guys. I'm like, seriously? Eugenie? Let's have a look. Eugenie first. Eugenie is an Aries. She would come out as the Emperor or the Queen of Wands. Lots of Wands energy here. Okay, so she is being patient. She's trying to be pragmatic and take in the situation and see what's happening and maybe like do a little bit of self-sacrifice at the moment. Contrition is the right word, the right vibe, I feel, for her starting off. When we got her crossing over, though, oh dear, the burning away of the old and bringing in of the new. She might feel that her Uncle Charles has gone too far. That's definitely a Scorpio energy crossing over. She may well feel that Uncle Charles has gone too far for her liking. There is regrets, there is upset above the situation, and underneath the situation we have the moon. We have a Piscean. Basically, she is thinking that he, like, yeah, there's some stuff. And there is the King of Wands. In reverse. Fire sign, anger. There's been a lot of anger and disruption. There's going to, like, something's going to come out with her about the media and her trying to disrupt the media. Okay. With her narratives. Yeah, you're going to see regret and all of this on the surface are very emotional. I'm sure it's emotional. I'm not knocking the emotion. I'm just telling you what the vibe is. The star is in reverse there. 2 seconds. I have to Google a star sign. I'm sure this dude is shit. That's Aquarius. Island Boy was an Aquarius. He was on the cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius, so we don't completely own him, but he would show up on the Aquarius side, so he'd show up on the cards as an Aquarian. That's an Aquarian in reverse. Why is she going to that energy there? Let me pull another card because I've got questions around that. We have got the Knight of Swords in reverse around her. So she's going to feel attacked, rushed, bothered, stuff, all of that stuff, right? Understandable. This is a huge story. It must be a nightmare to live through something like this. The Two of Cups there, she just wants, people to heal. And I understand that, but she is about to be betrayed or betrayal someone. She's about to betray. She's about to be betrayed. Let me just be honest. She's going to feel betrayed. She's feeling betrayed about something. Let me have a little shufty and see what is going on with Epstein. Why is she thinking about Epstein? He's long gone. The magician, the fixer. And the King of Pentacles is in reverse. And Mr. Big Money. What did he fix? Eugenie has had some type of money from Epstein. Let's have a look at Beatrice. Beatrice is a Leo, so she'd come out as Strength card or the Queen of Wands. Let's have a look to see what she's going. Okay. Ace of Swords. She's frustrated. She's not good. She's really not good. And the Lover's crossing over. She just wants healing and comfort and everything to go back to where it was. So she's in kind of shock, guys. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse there. It's a lot for her. She's overwhelmed by it all. And the Soul of Pentacles. This is going into a very childlike kind of energy and wanting to kind of almost like curl up into a ball and protect herself. So she's gone very vulnerable. There's this very vulnerable energy. This noise is too much for her. She wants some healing and respite. The Two of Cups. Okay. She's going to take this really to heart. I think Beatrice is a bit of a follower, and she does what the stronger personalities say, which is wild because she's a Leo, you know. And that devil there, the control and the manipulation and that devil there, there's something more is coming out, you guys. We have got the Nine of Swords. Yes, this girl, this lady, and the King of Cups surrounding her. That's probably Edo. Edo is a Scorpio. So you come out as the King of Cups. But she is stressed. And it's going to get worse for her for some reason. I do feel like there's more stuff coming out with Fergie. There's potentially stuff coming out with Eugenie. She just wants things upright. She just wants to make herself feel better. It's kind of like self-soothe. I feel like she's going to have some serious like PTSD. She's going to lose some work. She's going to lose some money. She's going to lose potential new projects and everything off the back of this. This is going to, I think it's realized, I don't think Eugenie can quite see it this way, but I think with Beatrice, I definitely think that I will always be known as a disgraced prince's daughter. To be honest, and I really feel like that's what it is. She's really unnerved. She thought everything was like, it's weird because she just thought everything up until very recently, she hasn't really reconciled all of this. But it is going to get worse for her. I honestly, yeah, they're going to keep their princess titles. It's interesting though, like with the energy around Harry and Megxie, like Megxie's like, oh, how can I monetize this? Basically, she don't care about those titles, man. She can always say, oh, I'm Princess Toilet Roll or whatever it was. Yo, Sandra, you know. How is Edo coping? Okay. One last thing, I promise, and then I'll go. I don't want to keep you. It's Halloween, guys. I don't want to keep you all here. Don't forget members live tonight. It might be I know we said we're doing Guy Fawkes. We might actually do Guy Fawkes on the 5th because this is happening. So yeah, we're gonna try something. We might do a royal. Okay, if that's okay with everybody. Let me know. I know you will. Okay, so you want to keep me here? Ah! Let me have a look. Let me see about how Edo's getting on. Edo's a Scorpio. Is Edo on the outs? Edo is thinking, what the fresh hell have I got myself into? This is a kind of decisive moment for Edo. We have the Two of Cups on the surface. He needs to be like this Two of Cups. He needs to be seen to be supportive of Beatrice. Never really read on Edo, so this is all new. The Hierophant in reverse. He knows there's immense damage being done to the legacy of the royal family. And of course, Queen Elizabeth II was a Taurus, and the Hierophant in reverse could relate to her. So he's a bit twitchy about everything that's going on. He can see a different viewpoint. And the Eight of Cups is in reverse. Dude, he's over it. He wants out. Eight of Cups in reverse. He wants to walk away, but he can't. Then we have the Seven of Swords. He feels like he's been lied to, betrayed, manipulated, and had something taken off him. And I don't necessarily think this is... I think he loves Beatrice because we have the Two of Cups crossing over. But I think everything else is just like, nah, I can't be around this. You know what I mean? He's really thinking of how to get out of it. The Hermit in reverse is coming up. And there's the Strength card. Okay. He is trying to protect Beatrice, right? But he wants to get out of Dodge in a way and away from the royals. And when I mean away from the royals, I don't mean the royals. I mean the ex-royals. I mean the Andrew formerly known as Prince. I mean those royals. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He is protecting. We've actually managed to get Strength upright for once. He is protecting his wife. His wife is a Leo. So I think despite some rumors and some side in early doors in the relationship, I think he's very fond of her. He loves her, you know. The devil surrounding it all, he can see. He's seen the belly of the beast. He's been there at points where other members of the royal family haven't been. So like when they've had crisis meetings, when they've done things to, you know, when Andrew's been going through it, he'll have been around that. He will be privy to a lot. He's feeling that he's been manipulated and that Beatrice has been manipulated, right? Very different energy to when we looked at. And he is worried that he's scared that he's going to have to make a decision. He's going to have to make a decision and it's going to be out of his hands. He won't have time to weigh up. And then the Five of Swords is in reverse. Jeez, man. The Five of Swords is like the card of the year. It's the card of the Markle saga. It's going to start being the card of the ex-York saga as well. He's overlooked details of something. They're going to go, right. They are going to go to town now on any links, rightly or wrongly, whatever you think. They're going to go to town now, especially around the House of York and people attached to them. So there potentially could be a bit of paperwork out there about Edo. And I'm not wishing this on him. I'm just saying what the cards are saying. I think, I mean, Edo, Beatrice, Eugenie, I mean, they're kind of like, you know, they're just caught up in the responsible adults at the time getting involved with a wrong'un. That Five of Swords in reverse, there's the presser, there's something there, and it's gonna like Edo is gonna feel some stress. There's some paperwork or something he's overlooked with one of his businesses. So yeah. Edo keeps a low profile, so this could take a year. with what's happening with Prince Andrew, like I say, this it's you can't put the timings on it because everything's happening. It's not happening in a normal rate. House of Pork. Shall we check in on Fergie? One last reading. Do you want me to check in on Fergie? Oh, Fergie. Fergie. Which card should we use for Fergie? These ones. Just make sure they're all there. Right. Okay. One last reading. Fergie. Ugh. Some of these cards are not upside down. They're whoever put these away didn't put them all in the right direction. So professional. I mean, right direction. That some of them are like, and they all should be this way. Okay. Let's give it a good shuffle. It was Merlin. It was, yeah. Honestly, did everybody hear him yesterday on the video? That's what he sounds like. Sorry, I shouldn't do those impressions. Okay, Fergie, how we diddling today? What is going on with Fergie? Fergie is a Libra. She would come out as the Queen of Swords for that, or the Justice card, which might be a bit unfortunate, but we shall find out. Fergie is in the Queen of Coins in reverse. She's angry that what she feels is not that bigger. Okay, she thinks the funds that come into her should be bigger. She's infuriated by an offer. She could potentially be blaming an earth sign woman for her troubles. The natural earth sign woman in the royal family is the gorgeous Catherine, Princess of Wales. What's crossing over Fergie? The Nine of Wands. Boundaries. What's above her? Okay. The King of Cups. That's Andrew. That's potentially Andrew. That's potentially William, to be honest. We shall see. And the Hierophant in reverse. Right. Okay. Right. She knows she's done something to the monarchy. I'm worried that there's something further linking to Queen Elizabeth's reputation, and I don't want this to be true. I'm just saying what is in the cards because it relates to a Taurus. Her late Majesty was a Taurus. I am wondering if there's something further that Fergie has done with regards to that. Let me just check who this is at the top. They are going to accuse William and Catherine. They are going to accuse William and Catherine of igniting the media frenzy against them. She thought she was going to get out of this, the Queen of Swords. She thought that they did think they were going to get out of this for the longest time. She's saying she's been betrayed. She's been stabbed in the front. The Empress in reverse. Okay. She's going to try and say that she's supporting the monarchy. I feel like there's going to be some things pushed around that William and Catherine are doing all of this so their children can have the whole of Windsor Great Park as their own kind of like housing estate when they're older or some stuff like that. There's going to be something like that. There's going to be some really stupid rumors. Definitely really stupid rumors coming up. Lots of stupid rumors. With the Page of Swords in reverse there. They are gonna God, those cards are really dark, aren't they? They don't really show up well at all. That sucks. Can't use these anymore. I'm gonna put the light on a bit more. There we go. If I turned the light on, it would have been fine. Honestly, man. She wants to be seen as they all want to be Catherine, the Nine of Pentacles, loved, beloved, in the garden with the bird of knowledge on my hand. I am gorgeous, darling, la la la, but down to earth and nice. They all want to be Catherine, but it's not going to happen, folks. That ship sailed. They are going to, like, give it some time. They are going to try and push back a bit more. Like, she's going to become very kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised if we got an Oprah free interview of Fergie, put it that way. But she's not a happy Fergie. All of this could happen very quickly, very quickly. So yeah, watch out. I feel like there's something to come out with Eugenie with the cards, definitely. Whether it was funded by Epstein for something. And also there's going to be, I'm a little bit concerned about her charity she's got. There might be some allegations around that. There might be some allegations around Edo's something about Ed paperwork. Beatrice is really going through it, guys. Megxie and Harry are plotting how to merge this and how to basically get out of this. Megxie is actually not bothered about the titles because it would increase her status. And do you know why she likes using the titles? Because she knows it annoys us, and she knows it annoys the monarchy. She'd much rather have them stripped away and be some kind of rebel hero, game changer. Believe that. Take that to the bank. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point, Jennifer. You never know. It might be. It might well be. Renting out August for things. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Happy Halloween. I was going to do some more spooky readings for this evening, but you've got this live stream instead. So, woo! You're welcome. It was actually really good to see you all. I'm either going to be doing a live stream or readings over the weekend, so you're all going to get stuff. Members, I will see you tonight for the spirit box thing. It's probably going to be a royal one because of everything that's happening. And everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you in the updates. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Happy Halloween, a blessed Samhain, and enjoy the rest of what you're doing today. And yeah, stay spooky, guys. Take care, everyone. Have a good one, everyone. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye.